They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
Henry again on second down.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill.
That's complete to Treylon Burks.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now Tannehill with a little touch pass to his wideout.
And this will be a gain of...
Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. 42 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal. Henry will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive.
25-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
Coming up. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
And they don't run the football. Normally you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence.
10 just outside the 30. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd and 8.
They go play action with Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goddard, 29 yards.
And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Hurts will throw.
And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Go.
And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
64 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Flush to his right.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
A nice run there on
a bit extra.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Tannehill flushed out right. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. It's complete. Burks.
And it's a Titans touchdown.
Traylon Burks.
27 yards.
And the Titans have regained the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Escaping the pressure right. 20! And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll get 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go again with Sanders. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Titans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Rolling to his right. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be Tannehill. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. Tannehill on 3rd down. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay.
Hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
25-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down.
And situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Going for it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Hurts gets this to Sanders.
Touchdown! Miles Sanders, 34 yards.
And the Eagles are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says.
They'll try and throw for it.
Now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And some room to work. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
79 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. A first down carry for Henry. From the 17, Tannehill. And it's a Titans touchdown.
Nick Westbrook-Akine.
From him 17 yards out.
And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie. Now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this. Second down, back to Sanders.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
And they're going to smother it, but a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's got
Snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
Been a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
And he'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again.
And he'll fall. Final drive. They'll run with Sanders up the middle.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Second down, back to Sanders.
Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This is Smith.
To the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll run with Sanders, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. It's caught by Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here.
4-down territory.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not.
And he'll conserve whatever time he can as they'll opt to bring it out to the 25-yard line.
People that wake up and wish they had it. There's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. Photo, pour so photo.